sensual production in all of horse racing, the LoneSpeed Show.
Slightly less hot and less sensual this week. Brent Schraff, the dreamy Brent Schraff, could not be with us. Mostly my fault. We tried to record this yesterday, Friday, and it didn't work because I hadn't downloaded the latest version of Mac OS, and I totally botched the Zoom call. So here we are, just me. Brent's got things going on today. You don't have him, the dreamy Brent Schraff. We don't have the gorgeous Susie Dew. So you're stuck with just me, which is why the hottest and most sensual production of all of horse racing, the LoneSpeed Show, is slightly less hot and sensual today. We're also going to make this a little bit quicker. I think a couple points I want to get to first. Props to Brent for his pick of Midnight Bourbon in the Preakness. Not a winner, but still ran a lot better than I thought. I can't remember if he went off favored or not. He was favored for most of the day, and maybe Medina Spirit went off the actual favorite. I can't remember. Probably should have looked it up, but I didn't. He certainly ran better than I thought. Brent was right. I was wrong. My top pick, or my pick for most likely winner, Concert Tour, total disaster. Not the trip I expected. Not the trip I think anyone expected. And then Francisco de Ina, the horse that I bet on, 7th. I mean, for about 2 or 3 strides, I thought he looked like he might run better, but it didn't happen. Rombauer, I'm not shocked. Rombauer won. I obviously didn't pick him. If you go back and watch the Bluegrass, at first glance, it's like, well, you would expect more, but he galloped out really well. Maybe he was too close to the pace, even though the pace wasn't especially fast in the Bluegrass. The horse that I liked coming out of the Bluegrass was Hidden Stash, because I thought Hidden Stash, had he not been bumped at the top of the stretch, would have finished 3rd ahead of Rombauer. Others disagree with me, and who knows, I'm probably wrong. But nevertheless, if you watch the gallop out of the Bluegrass, Rombauer, he did catch up to those top 2, and it's not shocking that he won. Wasn't among my most likely winners, but he's a good horse. He had done good things before the Preakness, a deserving winner, and I think one we will definitely hear from again in the big 3-year-old races later this year. So props to Rombauer and props to Brent. And apparently half the rest of the world, who was all, everybody was on Midnight Bourbon except me, it seemed like, and I was wrong. So whatever. You've heard me and Brent talk about BetPTC.com, Premier Turf Club, the coolest ADW in the world. And many of us we play the horses through a number of ADWs. We bet on a number of sites. You need to check out BetPTC.com. Go to LoneSpeed.com. Click on the banner at the top of the screen. That gets you to the sign-up page for BetPTC. They're running some very cool promotions right now. They're doing a lot of cool things right now. For starters, they just got acquired a week or 2 ago by PointsBet Australia. And what that means is BetPTC is going to become much more prominent in the ADW space in this country. Right now, it's not available in every state. It's available in my state, which is Florida, but it's not available everywhere. And I don't have any inside information here, but I think it's fair to assume that now that they are owned, or will soon be officially legally owned by PointsBet Australia, that we're going to see BetPTC.com available a lot more places. When that happens, those of you that can't take advantage of their awesomeness now will be able to. Let me give you a little more detail. BetPTC.com is the only ADW that gives you instant rebates. Okay, most places you sign up, if you're lucky enough to get rebates in the first place, you don't get them right away. BetPTC.com gives you the rebates as soon as the race is official, and that's big. Now, I've been told I can't talk about specifics. I can't talk about percentages. I know what my percentage is. It depends on the racetrack. It depends on what bet you're making. And I'm telling you this, and I'm not a high roller, okay? The rebates that I get at some tracks for some wagers is astonishing. And I think their tagline is you can get up to 10% on some bets. Again, it depends on how much you bet. It depends on the track. But I'm telling you right now, I know professional horse players that get a certain percentage of rebates on all of their bets through certain websites. At BetPTC, there are some bets I can make that get rebates even higher than those percentages. So check it out. It may not be available in your state yet, but I got a good feeling it's going to soon. They're also running the best cash contest anywhere in the contest tournament space here in this country. It's called Cash is King. And if you haven't signed up for it yet, you're making a very, very big mistake. You can go online and read the rules, but the bottom line is it costs $75. That's it. That gets you months and months of action. All you got to do is bet $200 on a Saturday. You click a little box that says, I want this to be a contest wager. Make at least $200 in bets, and whoever has the highest ROI for the week wins points. If you reach certain levels of ROI, even if you don't win the week, you get points. And if you amass enough points, you go on to the finals, which I'm pretty sure in October, and the winner gets a Breeders' Cup Betting Challenge entry, plus maybe some travel, okay? Look it up. Make sure my facts are right here, but you got to sign up. If you aren't doing it, I'm telling you, you're making a big mistake because they're giving away money. It only costs $75 to get in, and you're betting on a Saturday anyway. You know, they're not taking other fees out of that. They're not taking other entry fees. Just a one-time $75, and then at the end of the day or the end of the contest, a free Breeders' Cup Betting Challenge seat. I'm doing it. I happen to have won the first week. I'm not trying to brag or anything, but if I can do it, you can do it. Okay, betptc.com. Go there and sign up. And along those lines, what we're going to start doing here, and we'll plan this a little bit better, is we're going to pick one race a week or one bet per week. It may not be a race. In fact, this week, it's not a race. It's a pick three. It's the pick three at Indiana Grand on Monday, this coming Monday, starting with race 7. And the reason we picked that is because the rebates that BetPTC gives for pick threes at Indiana Grand are really, really impressive. Now, again, they're different for everybody, and I'm not going to talk specifics. When you sign up and you start playing, you'll get your own rebate schedule. It's unique to the individual. It doesn't matter where you live or anything like that, but it does matter how much money you bet. And based on how much I bet, which ain't that much, I'm getting some pretty impressive rebates on pick threes at Indiana Grand. So we're going to start doing this, and I've handicapped the Monday late pick three. I call it the late pick three. I think they've got 10 races on Monday. I think the 10th is a quarter horse race. So there may be a pick three after this, but it's the race 7 pick three. Races 7, 8, and 9, Indiana Grand on Monday. And I got a quick ticket I'm going to go through here. Starting in race 7, I'm going 2 deep, and they're both prices. And look, I might be out after the first leg. In fact, I probably will be. But if I hit this bet, it's going to pay a lot because I'm on some prices in here. I went 2 deep in leg 1, which is race 7, the 3, clear as day, and the 4, remission. Now, because my eyes are abysmal, my vision is terrible, I got to put these on. All right, don't make fun of me. Here's the deal with clear as day. Has run in some competitive races, some good races at Tampa Bay Downs, is entered for a tag for the first time in her career. $16,000 tag. Now, this race, $16,000 claimers for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up, which have never won 3 races, or just 3-year-olds, okay? This one's a 5-year-old with 2 career wins, and if you look at her turf form, it's pretty solid. Took a lot of time off between October and March, had the comeback race going 6 furlongs at Turfway. It wasn't impressive, but I think she needed the race, gets back on grass, which is her surface, and I think she's going to be super competitive here. Competitive 10-1 on the morning line for the 3. And then my other horse is a bomber, the 4, Remission, 30-1 on the morning line. Has run well on the grass at Indiana Grand, at or around this level. Has some late pace. I think we'll get some early pace for her to run into here. I think she's interesting. So I'm going 2 deep in leg 1 of the pick 3. The 3 and the 4, which takes us into leg 2. And guess what? I'm on another price. Race 8, leg 2 of the Indiana Grand Pick 3, Monday, number 5, Cushboo. Go back and watch the replay. Terrible start last time out, going 5.5 state bred maiden special weight. By the way, this is another state bred maiden special weight for fillies going 6 furlongs. And if you watch Cushboo's replay, you'll see what I'm talking about. Terrible start. Got bet in both of her career starts. 3.9-1 on debut, 6.9-1 in start number 2 off the layoff from August in the May 3rd race at Indiana Grand. And in the closing stages, she actually made up some ground. She never threatened the winner. She ended up 9th of 12, didn't threaten anybody. But with the awful start that she got, and considering she got bet in that field of 12, I mean, she was bet to under 7-1 in a field of 12 off a really long layoff. Terrible start. Showed some interest late. I'm going to single the 5, which is not something I would normally do, but I'm swinging for the fences here. And because I have swung for the fences to start this pick 3, going 2x1 with prices, I'm using my old friend, the all button, in leg 3. Now, I'm also playing that double using those first 2 legs, but we're talking about the pick 3 here because of the rebates that I get and that you will also get at betptc.com. So that's the play. 3-4 with 5 with all in the Indiana Grand pick 3 race 7 on Monday night. That also takes us into the Saturday play of the day, which for me is not only my play of the day, it's going to be my play of the month. It's at Churchill Downs, Saturday night race 7. By the way, that's a 9 o'clock, 9:05 post time. They go until after 11 o'clock on Saturday night. So there's your Saturday night activity, playing the Churchill Downs night card. Always wanted to go to night racing at Churchill Downs. Race 7, mile and a 16th maiden special weight race for maiden fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up. There's a horse in here that obviously I love if I'm making it my bet of the month. Number 3, Shoshone Moon. And here's how I ended up on Shoshone Moon. If you watch the replay of the debut, March 13th at Oaklawn, it was a solid race for a trainer that doesn't win a lot first time out. She ended up second, beaten 3 and change lengths, and then came back at Keeneland on April 2nd and had a terrible start. Absolutely awful. Got wiped out. That she was the 3. It was in post 3. I think she was the 3. And the 4 comes in, takes out the 2, who ended up running a huge race late and came back to win, I think, that was Stand By You. Came back to win in the next start. The way that Shoshone Moon ran after the trouble at the start, and then she had trouble again midway down the backstretch where she kind of got intimidated by a horse that was a path outside of her, checked again, and went wide, turning for home. Never threatened, but looked good. Looked like she might be a threat for a few strides there, and then wasn't. Shoshone Moon, stretching out from the 2 sprints to the mile and a 16th, is my play of the month. She's been bet both times, a little over 3-1 on debut, 2-1 favoritism at Keeneland, second time out. I think she's going to appreciate the stretch out. Loses Florent Giroux to another one in here. Florent is on the 7, who may or may not end up being the favorite for Greg Foley. But Shoshone Moon, I think, if we get anything over 5-1, she's going to be a big win bet for me. We get closer to 8-1, 10-1, it's going to be an even bigger win bet for me. She's my play of the month. I think you'll be impressed if you watch her replays. They've both been really strong, and I think you'll come away impressed, and I think you'll probably end up betting her too. Race 7, Churchill Downs, tonight, Saturday night, number 3, Shoshone Moon. And I lost my notes. What else did I want to talk about here? Was that it? Yeah, I think that was it, because me and Brent were going to talk about the NHC and traveling out there. I booked my travel for that, but that's just not a fun conversation solo. The show isn't fun to do solo, if I'm being completely honest. It's just not the same. I need someone to talk to. And, it is the way it is, I guess. That's it, folks. Enjoy your Saturday. Have fun. Don't forget, Churchill, race 7, Shoshone Moon. Don't forget to go to BetPT. Actually, go to LoneSpeed.com. Click on the banner at the top. Sign up for BetPTC. If it's available in your state, great. You sign up. I forgot the promotion they've got. I'm going to bring it up again on the next show, too, because I should have brought this up earlier. Bet $750. Collect $200. Gets a free $200. You're betting anyway. Sign up for BetPTC.com. Make your deposit. Bet $750. I think you got a month to do it, but read the rules. Free $200. Sign up for the Cash is King contest. $75 entry fee. They're giving away a Breeders' Cup betting challenge seat at the end, and you're betting on Saturdays. All you got to do is make it a contest wager, and that's it. You can bet as much as you want. Got to be at least $200. You can bet $5,000 if you want. It's a great contest. You got to sign up. Thanks for watching. Either Brent or Susie will be back as a coach. Maybe I'll just, many of you told me that Susie should just host the show herself. I was told I should fire myself. I don't know. Maybe she'll host next time. I don't know. Good luck. Have a great weekend.